Hey guys, we're live. I'm Jeff with eBay Addicts, and today my guest is Philly Phlipper Paul. How are you doing today, Paul?
I'm doing well, sir. How about you?
Good, good. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Paul. I'm the Philly Flipper. I'm a full-time reseller in the Philadelphia area, so it's hence the name. That's why I'm called the Philly Flipper. I flip everything from something as small as DVDs to something as big as sectionals. So I have no limit on what I flip. Anything I can make a buck on, I'm going to do it. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and as you guys can guess, he lives in Philly, right? You live in the Philadelphia area. So
I live like 10 minutes away from the airport.
Yep. So Paul, how's it been going, man? Last time I saw you and talked to you, man, you just hit 1,000 subscribers. Both you and Angie Resellers both hit 1,000 subscribers recently. So your YouTube channel's been growing, man. How's it been going?
It's been growing for a lot of people. It's good to see, like people always say, like a lifting tide rises all boats, right? So it seems like there's a lot of people who maybe are more interested in reselling. So there's a lot of people who are coming into the community more. A lot of people who are watching these kind of videos. And it's good to see channels like mine pick up steam, like Angie's pick up steam. You know, people who deserve to be like Angie deserves to be over 1K a while ago. Angie has way better content than me. So I love to see her. Love to see her hit 1K and all that stuff. And there's a lot of people who have less subs than me that I think provide better content than I do. And so I hope to see them grow pretty soon in the future as well and get over that 1K hump. It's not like I'm going to make insane money off it. It's just like a personal goal. You know, when you start YouTube, you want to get to that 1K subscriber goal. So it's good to achieve it for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm rooting for him. I've been pulling for some people. We got a couple people down the pike that that's going to be hitting it probably soon. The Cap guy, he's at like 900 subscribers. Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller. Yeah, so there's a couple of guys that's going to be hitting it probably within the next month or so. So I'm pulling for him. So, Paul, man, how have things been going, man? Last time I talked to you, you said you've been buying big storage lockers and merchandise, and you turned it around and been flipping them and reselling them. How's that been going for you?
It's going pretty good. Last time I think we talked, I still had the full-time moving business, I believe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I might have. I probably was like towards the end of it. Now I'm just fully focusing just on reselling. That's all I'm doing now. I'm trying to hit up more avenues because, to be honest, the storage units around here are kind of drying up. I'm not getting the best kind of stuff right now, so I'm trying to focus more on other stuff. So I'm getting early, going to yard sales, doing that kind of stuff. I'm trying to hit more thrift stores, trying to get more creative with the items at source. But yeah, storage units is pretty much still my main source of, I guess, inventory. I'm even trying to do more online auctions. I'm buying a lot more stuff online from other resellers and flipping it as well. So I'm getting inventory from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm with you. I've been trying this online model lately. I think a couple days ago I won this auction on eBay, and I think I got about 150 Blu-rays for like less than $1 a piece. And so I won this auction, and believe it or not, no one else bid against me. So I ended up winning like this auction and got them, ordered them and had them shipped right to my door. So then all I got to do is just take a picture front and back, scan the barcodes and list them, and they go pretty quick. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat. We have the Flippin' Sports guy is here. He says, you look tired and sweaty in the thumbnail. And wanted to say hey to Passports and Pizza Pies. Says, hey, what's up? And I think that's everybody we have in the chat. So if you guys have, we got a question here. It says, I see a drill. Was Paul actually working in his office today?
I was putting up a shelf. So yes, I was. I guess if you consider that work, I did put up a shelf in the other room. So that drill did get some action, Paul. I know you're really interested in that.
Yeah.
Paul's a funny guy.
Yeah, I think I might hit up a couple thrift stores today while I'm out running around before they close. So how has that been going for you lately? How has your sales been? I think the other day you said you had like 30 sales over the weekend.
Yeah. So am I like, I guess, at my peak or my apex when I am doing good with every single platform? I've been hitting about 50 in a weekend, which is pretty good for me. Right now I'm below standard on eBay and I'm still hitting 30, but that's because I'm mainly focusing on Facebook while I'm below standard on eBay. And Facebook has been just absolutely destroying it for me. So that's why. But I'm trying to get out about 80 to 100 items a week, and I've been pretty successful at that right now.
Okay, so talk a little bit about Facebook Marketplace. I don't currently sell on their platform, so can you talk a little bit about that in case people are not familiar with it?
Yeah, so pretty much Facebook, I think, is like the newest to get into the game. I would say probably have all like the eBay, Amazons, Mercari, Poshmarks. Facebook's probably like the newest, like the new hidden gem or something that people are trying to get into. I personally see a lot of potential in it. Other people disagree with me on it, but I just see how many users that Facebook has, and if Facebook really wants to get into that reselling game, they can definitely take over platforms like Mercari and Poshmark, and then maybe even eBay eventually, just suit the user base that they have. But over the last couple of weeks, I've sold everything from books to DVDs to video games to cameras to plates to mugs to stuff that's been sitting on eBay for a long time that hasn't moved. I listed it on Facebook and it sold within hours. I listed a book about UFOs on Facebook that sold in 20 minutes. That was on eBay for 3 months and it had 2 views. Had 2 views in 3 months on eBay, and it sold in 20 minutes on Facebook.
Well, my question is, Paul, is that when you sell something on Facebook, is it only people that are there locally that come pick it up, or do you box it up and mail it out to them? Like, how does that work?
When you go to list your item, you choose either sell locally or sell online or sell both. And so that way, if somebody locally wants to buy it, doesn't want to pay for shipping, they can come pick it up from me. But usually people buy this stuff from all over the country from me. I haven't gotten sales from all over the world yet. I don't think Facebook does international shipping yet. If they do, it's going to be a complete game changer. But all this stuff that I sold, the books, cameras, video games, that's all been throughout the country. That's all been packed and shipped and ready to go.
But I mean, does the platform work similar to eBay? You just print off a shipping label, put it in a padded envelope, and ship it out?
It's actually a lot more simpler than eBay because they have a generic weight per weight than price. Like eBay, you have to put the weight, the dimensions, and then depends on where it's going. There's a different price. Facebook goes, if it's first class, it's $5.50. If it's actually half a pound or less, it's only $3.75. If it's 1 or 2 pounds, it's $9. If it's 3 pounds to 5 pounds, it's $12. If it's 5 pounds to 20 pounds, it's $20 or something like that. They have a generic weight thing. So people who actually are buying, it's so much easier for them to know, like, okay, this video game is going to cost me $10 and it's going to cost me $3.75 to ship. And it's super simple. Yeah. And I think it's also a lot more cost efficient because if somebody buys something from me that's 2 pounds from California on eBay, I'm going to be paying $11-12 to ship that. And on Facebook, it's only $9. So if they're doing pretty good. And their fees are better for us. eBay's fees are about 12-13% of the final value. Facebook fees are only 5% right now. So a lot of pluses.
Yeah, I mean, those eBay specifics have been killing me lately. You know, you got to go back and they want you to go back and change all those item specifics. You know what I'm talking about? That's been a real big pain in the butt. So let's say
every day they have newer ones.
Yeah, let's say hey to eBless Reseller Solutions says, hey Paul, I enjoyed your YouTube live last week. Go Giants, Dave and Lori. And I wanted to say hey to Jen's Closet Gems is in the house hanging out with us. She says Jeff and Paul with like 3 exclamation marks. So thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. And I wanted to say hey to Passports and Pizza Pies. And eBless Reseller Solutions says we've been shipping items out to our clients who sell on Facebook Marketplace. Seems like a great option for resellers, Dave and Lori. Yeah, I'll have to check into it. I don't actually have a Facebook account right now. I had one back in the day and I deleted it. So I'll have to look into it.
I've been slowly playing around with it and stuff, like just to see if it was worth it. But then last weekend, I was like, let me just see if it's good or not. So I listed 100 items. I spent all my weekend listing items on Facebook. Listed 100 items, and 15 of them sold. So 15% of the stuff I listed sold on Facebook, which is like really good. For 15% is really good. So I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on this. But Jeff, what is your football team? Because I have Cowboy fans, they have Eagle fans, I have Patriots fans in the chat. I'm surrounded by all these haters. What team do you cheer for?
You probably don't want to ask me. I'm a Cowboys fan
too. Oh my goodness.
But
Cowboys fans, Giants fans.
Yeah, but here lately though, I've been watching a whole lot more NBA games when I have free time. The NBA playoffs are getting ready to start, and I live in Florida,
Sixers,
and I'm pulling for the Miami Heat. They went to the finals last year, so we'll see how they do this year. So yeah, well, it's just like I was excited because they went to the finals last year, and then they got Victor Oladipo, and then he went down with an injury. But what do you know? That's life. You know, wanted to say hey to Vintage Vagabond. Vince is in the chat. Says hey guys, hey everyone. And eBless Reseller Solutions says go Eagles. I think he meant
Eagles.
Yeah. So Paul, kind of talk to me about how did you first get into reselling? Because I'm kind of curious, if we have some time today, you go ahead and talk a little bit about your backstory of how you got into reselling. Were you watching YouTube videos one day, or did you have a friend or family or a coworker that told you about it? Tell us how this happened.
I heard about it from a podcast from Gary Vee. That's how I got into it. Gary Vee had a podcast about it, about reselling. He said you can make a bunch of money on yard sales, and I never thought about that before. So after I heard a podcast, I went to a yard sale, and I was like, okay, you can actually do this. I started buying things for $1, selling for 20. I was like, okay, there's potential money to be made here. I never ever considered it like a full-time income. I thought it was something I could do in my free time. It makes some side hustle money. But then when I started getting into storage units, I realized that there's actually a lot more money to be made. And doing that, but like nobody in my family ever did it. People even like were questioning what I was doing when I said I was moving and doing this full time. People were like really concerned about me. They were like, "Is that even a job? Is that even like a thing you can do?" People just always thought of it as like a hobby. They didn't think it was like actually something you can do full time. And then when they started seeing what I could ship out and list when I actually focused my attention on it, all the questions pretty much went away.
Yeah. So how many items do you currently have listed right now on your main eBay store?
The proper answer is probably too many. But let me give you an exact number. I think it's 4,200 something.
Yeah.
4,100 something.
Yeah.
In that basis. It's opening the app right now. It's 4,177 items. Like listings, but I have 5,292 total items.
Yeah. So the thing is, if you're willing to scale and grow your business, I don't think it's something that's overnight where you're just getting started and say, hey, peace out. I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in and quitting my job and want to be a full-time reseller. But if you grow and scale your business over a period of time, it might work for you, but you're going to have to really grow it and scale your business over a period of time, you know?
Yeah, I do respect the people who just go full time, like Drew from Profit Monsters. He went full time right away. He pretty much was in between jobs, and he's like, "Yo, I'm going to try to do this full time," which is actually really hard to do when you have like no basis of what you're doing. It took me I got into reselling of May of 2019, then I became full time March of 2021. So it took me about 2 years to understand. I have a better kind of understanding of what I'm doing and say I can do this full time, but it's still even hard to this day. Like I have so many items and I still get I still can get days that are slow, and it's kind of hard when you got to pay bills and you have only hear 2 cha-chings in a day, you know? So so you gotta that's why I think it's good for you to like cross post other platforms, and it's good for me to focus not on just online as well. Like there'd be days where I could have good online days and then I have sell nothing locally. There'd be days where I have bad online days and I sell a couch or a chair locally. I've had days where I sold over a grand worth of inventory locally, which helped me fulfill the days that were bad on online stuff.
Yeah, I got a question for you. What do you think about promoted listings? Do you use that a lot on your eBay store or no?
If I use it, I don't know if I really use it. I do the 1% thing just to get a double listing, but I've never actually like experimented with it to see what would happen if I do 2 to 5% or whatever. I get my items for so cheap that it might be beneficial for me to start promoting them at a higher rate, but I just do the generic 1%. Maybe it's laziness or I don't know, but I feel like that's good enough for me. I'm a guy that I'm cool if an item's in there for a year or 2 years because I have plenty of space for it, so that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think I got 1% on most all my items in my store. I don't really want to do because 1%. Let's say if you sold an item for $10, what 1% of that would be like what 10 cents or something. It would be very, very low. So to me, it's worth it to do the extra boost. But I don't want to go 5 or 8 or 10% or do trending.
Yeah,
but I just thought I would ask you to see what your thoughts were.
Because I don't get the 10% thing because you've already paid eBay 10% to already the final value fees. Then you're going to pay them another 10% of just to promote it, and then you got to take your cost of goods out, the shipping, you got to pay the taxes at the end. I don't know how much money you actually be making if you promote them to 10%. That just seems way too high for me.
Well, there are some people that do that. I just wanted your opinion to see what you thought about it. So So I wanted to say hey to eBliss Reseller Solutions. He says promoted listings is like taking a multivitamin. It probably helps, but who knows? Well, I mean, I've actually had, days where I go to print off my shipping labels, and if you look in there, it'll show you. And let's say maybe 40-50% of the ones that I sold that day were from promoted listings. But I mean, like I said, I only did 1%. So it's like, well, if it helps, great. If not, great. Either way, I'm only going to do 1% and just try it out. He said Josh from Harry Tornado ramped up and went full-time pretty fast. Yeah, but I think his wife works a full-time job as well. I just caught his video. I think he was out with Osborne the Thrift lately, out in Idaho or Utah. So yeah, I mean, I think that could happen. But also, Harry Tornado also has 100,000 subscribers, so he gets a check from YouTube every month. I'm sure that helps as well. Ken is in the chat. He says, on a difficulty scale, how hard is it for you to constantly profit 1K a month and keep up the great work, guys? Profit 1K a month, that would be like $250 a week. I don't think that would be very difficult at all, honestly. I mean, I have a calculator right here. Let's say your goal is to profit $1,000 a month, divided by 30 days in a month. That means you would only need to make $33 a day. That's what I got here on my calculator. You need to make $33 a day in profit, which is not really that difficult. I think the most difficult part about it is just being disciplined from listing items and constantly reinvesting money back in your store. What do you say about that, Paul?
Yeah, as long as you keep listing, stuff is going to sell. Like, you'd be surprised what stuff sells, but you just got to keep listing. I don't know how the eBay algorithm works. I don't know how to best use it for your ability, but all I know is that eBay likes when they see movement on your store. eBay likes when you list every single day. It helps. Like, and it doesn't just help with the stuff you list. There's plenty of times where, like, I take like a weekend off from listing, I come back and I start listing, and I see sales happen from like stuff I listed like 2 years ago. So I don't know how it fully works, but I just know listing definitely works. Sending out offers works. Adding stuff, taking away stuff. I just know that definitely helps. So, like, on a difficult scale for me right now, it's not difficult because I have 4,000 listings. Like right now, I make about $250 to $300 a day on eBay. So, or not guessing on eBay, but on my online stuff. But if you would just turn it off, it'd probably be pretty difficult. But it takes probably like a month or two for you to have enough inventory from going to yard sales and thrift stores, or if you like, I always tell people, if you want to start off, sell stuff you have in your house. That's probably the best thing for you to do. You probably have a lot of stuff in your basement, in your attic, in your garage that's just been sitting there, and that is worth money. And you'll be surprised what stuff sells. Like, there'll be plenty of times where I was surprised where, like, I thought it was junk, it was trash, and it was sold for $50 plus. So, like, it takes some time for you to build up that inventory, but once you get to the base, I think it starts going pretty smoothly.
Yeah, Ken says 1K can do a lot for people. Life changer for most people that would work at low paying jobs. Well, I mean, the idea is like, if you, let's say instead of $1,000 a month, let's say you made $2,000 a month in profit, and let's say you made enough money where you're able to pay, a cell phone bill, or you're able to pay, your car payment, or you're able to pay your rent every month. So even if you didn't want to go full time reselling, you wanted to do it part time, like I said, $1,000 a month, that would only be, $33 a day in profit. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's just about how much work. eBay, you're going to get back out of it what you're willing to put into it. So it could definitely help. And like I said, the reason why I love eBay is that whether you're a college student, whether you're a single mom with 3 kids, whether you're somebody that works a full-time job and want to do it part-time on the weekends and stuff, or if you're somebody who's retired and you just have some extra free time and want to make extra money, you can do that. It's just about what you're willing to put into it. So let me say hey to a few people in the chat. Hyphen Gold is here. He says, love selling junk. Hyphen Goldman, he's been getting around lately. I've saw him a lot on YouTube. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. I wanted to say hey to the Cap guy. We were just talking about you. Yeah, so congratulations.
All these terrible things about you, Cap guy.
Yeah, congratulations on hitting 900 subscribers. He said we were just saying we were going to get you to 1,000 this summer. So I want to see that, make that happen. And passports, And Pizza Pie says, I'm part-time. My goal is to cover my mortgage payment every month. So far, so good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if you just want to do it part-time and you're like, hey, I'm going to make this extra money and pay my cell phone bill or pay my car payment or pay my mortgage every month just to make some extra money, it helps. I wanted to say hey to Cali Reseller Louise. He was here on the chat with us last week. And also, I caught your show yesterday on Monday with who did he have on Monday? Joey Bada Bing 22 was on his show on Monday on the Mindful Merchants.
Mindful Merchants. Yep.
And let's see, we have a question from Jen's Closet Gym. She says, "Do you think you'll start up an actual shop like a furniture or antique brick and mortar store?"
That is something I am debating about, Jen, just to maybe even help move my bigger items faster. It's just the question is the rent going to be worth it? I was surprised. I had Danny on my show on Saturday from Piqua Resellers, and he said that he had a potential to get a brick and mortar store that was 2,000 square feet for $650 a month. $650 a month. I can't get like a room the size of my office to have a store in here. So like for me to open a store, the rent's about $2,500 to $3,000 a month for a store. So just the question for me is, do I have enough inventory to pay for that store now? Then you got to think about, I have to employ some people, I have to have people running it, all that stuff. So that's just the question for me is, will I be able to generate enough inventory to make that payment worth it? And right now for me, the answer is no. Now, if I can find a store that has a warehouse in the back and pay $3,000 a month, that way I can move all my stuff from here and just work out the store, then it would probably be yes, because I'm already paying $1,600 for this warehouse. So if I only have to pay like $1,500 more and get a big store out of it, then it would be yes. So it's kind of like a loaded answer right now. It's not something in the cards for me, but it's something I definitely want to focus in the future, because it's gonna be a lot easier just to have somebody come in and buy a bunch of stuff from me than me having to list it, ship it, hope it doesn't break, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. I wanted to say hey to the Flippin' Sports guy. He said Giant Blue is the real blue. We have Ebliss Reseller Solutions says, I worked in Philly for 10 years. Good people there. Paul is a good dude. He says, what does he like the best? Pat's, Geno's, Steve's, or Tony Luke's? This is an important question here, Paul.
Out of those four, Steve's is the best. I think Pat's and Geno's is complete trash. Tony's is kind of borderline trash. Steve's is pretty good if you get it in Northeast Philly.
All right.
I just probably hurt a bunch of people's feelings.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out. So, Paul, talk to me a little bit about how is your schedule work now with you being a full-time reseller and a content creator, and you have a family to take care of as well. I messaged you the other day, and you're like, hey, I'm hanging out with my family. So talk to me about how your typical day goes for you.
Family time is kind of taking the back seat, but I try to get at least Sundays or some Saturday time with the family. I have a pretty big family here, and we celebrate like almost everything. Almost every single weekend we have some kind of party for somebody. I don't even know why. Like we had a party for my dog 2 weeks ago. That's the kind of family I have. We had a birthday party for my dog. But so what I do is, since I am live on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12 p.m. to whenever, I try to come in the warehouse in the morning and pack all my orders by that time, so that when I go live from my shows, I can actually start working. And what I do is, my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's not just a YouTube show, it's actually a listing show. So I have people come on there, and we actually try to get as much work done as possible. And I always have a lot more fun listing when I'm actually talking to somebody and talking to a chat than just me by myself taking pictures. You know, it's a lot more entertaining. It's a lot more fun for me to do it. It's a lot slower, but it's still good that way. Now, after my show is over at around 3 p.m., I focus more on local stuff, try to get that stuff out the door, and then I do that until the end of the day. That's what I do during the week. On the weekends or Friday mornings, I try to hit up as many yard sales as possible. I do spend probably the whole morning doing that, and then I try to get that stuff listed, and then I get ready for my Saturday show as well. I try to do my best version possible to interline both eBay and YouTube together and not focus on one more than the other. Obviously got to focus on the eBay part more, because eBay actually pays my bills. I haven't got a single penny from YouTube yet. So obviously that is more important, but I'm trying to get them to work as coherently as possible.
Yeah. How far away or how many more hours you need before you get monetized, before you get your 4,000 hours?
I hit my 4,000. It's I'm just waiting for YouTube to approve me or whatever. I'm in the approval process. I
Oh,
hit my 4,000 on Sunday. Yeah.
all right. Awesome. Now, do you have any suggestions or recommendations for anybody in the chat watching, or anybody else that has a YouTube channel that hasn't got their hours in yet, or haven't hit their 1,000 subscribers yet?
Well, we have two in the chat here. Flipping Sports Guy. He's a guy. His name is Paul. He's from Philly. Also another really good content creator. He's slowly growing his channel. He also me and him yard sale together quite a bit. I see him at local yard sales. He's definitely one guy you have to watch. Kay with Passports and Pizza Pies. If you guys like traveling and reselling, she does both. She focuses mainly on clothes, but she's getting into hard goods really well. If you want to know what clothes sells really well, definitely watch her channel. We got Jen's Cause of Gems here. There's a bunch of people in the chat that I said are better than me, and I really mean it. Like I think Jen's, Paul's, Kay's channel, Luis's channel, I think they all provide content equal to mine or better than mine. So it would be great for them to also continue to grow as well, and they are. When I met Paul, the Flipping Sports Guy, he was like at 100 subs, and I think he passed 500 right now. So they all are slowly growing. Topher Hyphy Gold, I just met him, so I don't know if he's good or not yet. He doesn't like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So I don't know how good he can be.
Yeah, it's just going to take time. That's the thing. It's like it's not going to be. You know what they say? It's like 20 years to be an overnight success. So when you want to do something, you were talking about earlier how it took you 2 years just to try to get your feet wet, and I kind of feel like that's the way it is. Is that when you're on YouTube or you're reselling on eBay or you're starting a business venture from scratch, it may take 2 to 3 years for you to get where you want to be. But the whole thing is just trying to be consistent at what it is that you want to do. And then over a period of time, whether it be 2 or 3 years, you'll slowly start getting traction and you'll get there. It's just as long as you don't give up and you stay consistent, it'll happen for you.
And I also feel like the generic growth is the best growth for you to have. There's plenty of channels that get like a big shout out and then they grow like 2,000 subs overnight. And then like their videos just get stagnant because like they think they made it. Like, oh, we got the 3,000 subs or whatever, and then they think they can stop providing good content. And a lot of times the shout outs don't really mean anything. You get the subs, but then actually never actually watch your stuff. So like the generic growth that I've had, that the other people in the chat grow, that it's slow but it's growth. Those people actually stick with you and actually watch your stuff. So that's the way you do it. I think that's the better way.
I was going to say that being able to collaborate with other content creators is important, like we're doing right now, but also going to other bigger YouTubers channels and leaving comments. Like just today, I left comments on Harry Tornado's channel, Rally Roots, Rockstar Flipper, just being involved in the community and be like, hey, because you're already there watching the video anyways. Takes 2 seconds. Leave a little comment in the comments section. And if you do that 10, 15 times every single day, somebody will come by because they're looking for content that's similar to what they're watching. And if you leave comments in other people's comment section, people will see that and come by and check you out. So that helps out a lot. So Paul, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about reselling, because you said you're at about 4,000 active items listed on your eBay store. Can you talk to me a little bit more about that?
About how I got
about
there?
your reselling, about growing your reselling business.
It's started, I guess, with 0 in 2019, and it's 4,000 now. I am trying to list as much as I can. I try to list about 20, 25 items a day. I also have a girl that works for me to list clothes for me, and she lists about 100 items a week. So with me and her, we list about 300 to 400 items every single week, and then I have about 100 items leaving every single week. So every single week, if I am fully committed, my inventory goes plus 300 pretty much. That's how we're trying to be. It would be great if I could list 400 items and sell 400 items in a week, but if I ever get to that point, I think I need to hire somebody else to help me pack and ship, because my Mondays sometimes when I have 50 plus sales, it takes me like 4 to 5 hours just to pack and ship everything, just because that's a lot of stuff to package. So as of now, I'm happy with the growth that we're doing. If we continue growing, which everybody wants to grow, nobody wants to be stagnant. If I continue growing, I would definitely probably need to hire somebody else and come and do full-time work for me here with organizing, with listing, with packaging and shipping, and then is that pretty much how you start a business, right? Right, Jeff? Like you want to do it by yourself first, but then you want to hire people that you trust, and then they can continue doing the mundane work for you while you go do the overseeing work and grow that way.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't really, I've had employees and I've had a business in the past, and I really don't want to have to hire anybody if I can. So I want to try to keep my expenses as low as possible. Like right now, I'm at 6,200 items, and I would like to hit 10,000 by the end of the year of active items listed on eBay. And if I could do that without hiring any employees, to me, that would be great. It's not that I don't want to have to hire people. It's like your sales could take a dip. Or like you said, you could be in below standard on eBay. And then meanwhile, your employees are going to be like, hey, I still need to get paid this week or this month, even if you had a bad month in sales. So let's say hey to SC Thrifted Treasures. Just stopped in to say hello. Calorie Reseller Louise is here in the chat. We have the Flippin' Sports guy. Let's see. Ebliss Reseller Solutions is in the chat. He says, our business has 4,000 active listings, and we ship 25 to 30 items a day. At that volume, it definitely is needed. Yeah.
25 to 30 a day, you definitely need some help. I ship about 10 to 20 a day, and I can barely make it. So 25 to 30 a day, I would definitely be hiring somebody. But also it depends what you ship as well. If it's just a bunch of clothes and like DVDs and stuff, I could handle it. But when you start shipping like DVD VCR combos and plates and mugs and stuff like that, that requires a lot more time to ship, you definitely need help with that.
So, Paul, are you still doing your Rags to Riches show? Because I caught it before. Did you discontinue that? How was that going?
No, it's still going. It's behind the scenes. I have a couple of technical difficulties with it. What happened was my spreadsheet was my old computer, and then I upgraded to a Mac a couple weeks ago, and I tried to get the spreadsheet from my old computer to come here, and it hasn't. So right now I'm in this limbo of like I have no clue what I sold in between that time. I'm trying to figure out what the exact number is of my sales. But I'm not really focusing on them as much as I did in the past because I have so much stuff in here. I want to try to list and clear out before I get more stuff in. But I'm still picking up probably things every couple of days that I get for free, and stuff every single day is still moving. You'd be surprised. People like who asked the question about the 1K before? I think his name was Ken. Ken Green. In my Rags to Riches series, I started in end of February 20th or something, where my goal was to hit $5,000 profit of obviously profit because I'm getting everything for free. So my goal was just to make $5,000 worth of stuff I get for free. And I get stuff on Nextdoor, I get stuff on Facebook Marketplace, I get stuff on the curb. And right now I'm almost at $3,500, and it's been 2.5 months. And I made $3,500 worth on items I got pretty much for free, and it's pretty easy to do. There's Larry actually from LL Stash told me about this app. It's called Freebie Alerts. It looks like this. It just said it's Freebie Alerts, and pretty much it alerts you where you give them a radius of which you want to travel, and it pretty much alerts you when somebody puts something out for free. So I'm on it pretty constantly, and I get stuff like bar stools, dressers, not mattresses, box springs and stuff I get for free. And then I go and I take it to my warehouse. I list it the next day for $20, $30, $50, $60, $70, depends on what it is, and it sells. I think my best one was I picked up like a really ugly floral couch set that I got for free, and it sold for $350 the next day. I got it for free on Facebook, and I sold it for $350 on Facebook. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Also, if you look on Craigslist and look in the free section on Saturday, Sundays, people will have stuff left over from yard sales, stuff that they couldn't sell, and they want to get rid of it, and they'll put all this stuff out of the street corner, and then they'll just take a photo or something of the stuff, and they'll say, hey, here's the address, just come by and pick it up. So that you can do that, especially on a Sunday afternoon.
Also, what you could do is I give them people at my yard sales. I asked, hey, what are you going to do with the stuff? Sometimes if there's left over, they say, we don't know, maybe give it to Goodwill or whatever. I give them my card. I have my own Philly Phlipper card. I give them saying, hey, give me a call when you're done. If you want it, I'll come and grab it all for free. So so that way I don't have to beat out anybody to that curb alert. They actually call me and said, hey, we have this much stuff. You want to come grab it? And I say yes, and I grab it. And I just pretty much take everything, and then I sort through it here. Then whatever used to be Goodwill, I Goodwill it. Then the rest of the stuff I resell.
Okay, cool. Passports and Pizza Pie says I had to turn off my notification. The app says it goes off constantly.
That
Jersey
app
Gypsy
goes off
Corner
every
says,
5 minutes. Yeah.
yeah, it says live. That app, Paul, is always picking stuff up to flip. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
by and hanging out with us. She says, checking out your live. Hello, everybody in the chat. Wanted to say hey to Cali Reseller Louise. And we have a couple questions here. SC Thrifted Treasures, he said he wants to know, do you collect anything?
The only thing I collect for now is pretty much Pokemon plush, the stuff you see up there in that corner right there. Yeah, so just that's pretty much all I collect. Is I like Pokemon, so anything cool that's Pokemon related, I collect. Cards, Funko Pops, plush, stuff like that. That's about it. Everything else I try to resell. Do you do your
Okay,
own
cool.
taxes?
Jen's Closet
No.
Jim says, do you do your own taxes or you pay for a professional to do them?
No, doing it myself it's not worth the headache for me to do it myself. I'd rather pay somebody and get it done right. I'm still not like a master at the taxes thing yet. I could be saving probably a lot more money, and I'm trying to get better every single year. But it's a lot easier for me to go and pay somebody. And I have a lot of my friends that are actually CPAs, and they have my best interest in mind. So I know if I give them my finances, they'll take care of me for sure.
Cool.
Up,
I wanted
Joe?
to give a shout out to Joe. Philly Picker
Yeah.
is here in the chat. Did you get a chance to meet up with Philly Picker yet?
I haven't met up with Philly Picker yet, but we definitely want in the future. Me, Philly Picker, and Philly Flipping Sports guy Paul. We always want to meet up in the future. So hopefully that will happen.
That'll be awesome. I wanted to say hey to Ella.
Ella?
Stayed here first. Just stopped by in the chat. Says hello, everybody. So, Paul, talk to me a little bit about what are some of your future plans or projects that you have coming up later this year. Is there anything else that you have on the back burner? Some things that you're working on this year?
That's a good question. I have no clue. No clue. I have always constant ideas going through my head that I want to do with my channel or with reselling. But right now, I'm happy with the way things are moving. If anything changes in the future, it might be just me hiring more people, and it might be just me getting more space. Maybe getting a store in the future is probably my next step in the flipping business will be getting a store. I'm also maybe thinking about getting into furniture restoration, maybe because I have a lot of furniture that I get from storage units that could be restored and sold for a lot of money. And what's his name? Carrie with American Arbitrage. Him and his girlfriend to restore furniture, and they get like $500 to $1,000 per furniture piece. So I figure maybe I can start learning about that and doing that in my free time, the little free time that I have. So maybe that will happen. But right now, I'm pretty happy with just scaling the business the way that I'm doing. Trying to keep things as organized as possible around here, and list, ship, and collect the money. It's pretty much my only goal so far.
All right, Paul. So since we have you on the chat and you're a full-time reseller now, talk to us. Give us maybe your top 2 or 3 tips that would help somebody out if they need some information, or what will be your top 3 tips that you could give somebody to help them out if they want to become a full-time reseller?
I guess the first tip, obviously, just to list, and in that is just to be disciplined in your schedule. It's so easy for me just to say, you know what, I worked pretty hard for the first 2 hours. Let me take the next 3-4 hours off or whatever and just watch some TV or play a video game or whatever. And it's so hard for when you work for yourself to be disciplined and put in a really good, solid 6, 7, 8 hour days. So that would be the first thing, is just to be this. If you want to be full-time, be disciplined. Always try to be doing something. And what I find is the best way for me is to do time blocks. So I want to say, okay, for these 30 minutes, I'm going to be listing. Then the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be shipping. These other 30 minutes, I'm going to be organizing something or cleaning something. Then I'm going to go and edit a video for 20 minutes. Because if you do something for hours at a time, it becomes pretty boring and mundane. But if you say, I'm only focusing 30 minutes on this, that 30 minutes pretty much flies by pretty quick. So I'm trying to do those kind of time blocks in my day, saying, okay, I'm doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time. That way, it doesn't sound so mundane. The second thing I probably do is focus on the positives of your business instead of negatives. A lot of times when we get a negative feedback on the eBay, or we get a return that we're not happy with, that thing just pretty much just clouds our whole day, and we don't really want to do any other work because we just so focused about that one return. And you don't realize that while you had that one return, you had 15 positive sales that are making you money. And if you actually focus your attention on the 15 sales, not that one return, you can be more likely to be more happier while you list. There's a lot of times where I had like a bad experience with eBay, like, you know what, I don't want to list anymore. And you got to actually get your head in the right mindset and say, you know what, I'm just focused on the positive things that are happening, and how eBay is helping me, and how Facebook is helping me, and how this is helping me and make my life better. And while I focus on that, I have more energy and more enthusiasm to list. And I guess the third thing would be just not to settle. That's the one thing I'm trying to work on now, is like I have a goal of about $250 a day. Like for me to have a good life and pay for all my bills and save up, I want to make $250 a day in the reselling world. And there'll be days where I make like $1,500 or $2,000 in a day. I'm like, okay, I made my weekly goal. I can just relax. And that's not the right mentality you want to have, because you want to go back the next day and keep crushing it and keep killing it as well. And that's something I'm trying to teach myself, that if when I have those good days, to say, no, you know what, let's make tomorrow even better, and still be focused to continue to crush it, and not just relax and say, you know what, I had a good day, I paid my bills, I'm good to go. So that would be my encouragement to you guys. I still haven't mastered it. I definitely haven't mastered it yet. Those are my 3 things I'm working on every single day as well.
Yeah, Jen's Closet Jim says that's what I do. I work for an hour and then say I deserve the rest of the day off. So I think we've all been there before. So what are some other goals that you have for yourself and your business?
Just to grow, and not just to grow, to help me out. Like I want to have a business where I can hire some people and make their life better, and then teach them to do the same thing I do, because it's not rocket science what we do. It's not that hard to go to the yard sale to scan something, to buy it for $1 and sell it for $20. And there's other people out there that are struggling, who are working 9-to-5 jobs, making $8 an hour, $9 an hour, and it'd be cool for me to encourage them and to do this. And it's pretty cool through my channel. I had people who reached out to me who were stay-at-home moms that weren't doing anything, just watching their kids, and now they're watching their kids and reselling on the side. They're taking their kids to the yard sales and making money, and they're just so happy that they have like so much more passion in life. And that's something I want to do for my channel as well, is to encourage other people to say, hey, there's money to be made out there. You don't have to be full-time like me. You don't have to do what I do. And I always say that my business model is not for everybody. It works for me. It's not going to work for everybody else. But anybody can go to a yard sale and buy something for $2-3 and sell it for more, and make $100 extra on the side, $1,000 extra on the side, $2,000 extra on the side. So that's kind of my goal, what I want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely nice when you can help people or get people inspired or motivated to get started. And you don't have to be an expert in any certain niche. You just got to get started, and you'll learn, and you'll figure it out as you go.
The proof is right here. I'm not an expert in anything. Right. And I'm doing pretty good.
Right. You just get started. That's the biggest thing, is just getting started. Don't overanalyze it. Just get started and get the ball rolling. So, Paul, thanks for coming on and hanging out with us today. Tell everybody where they can find you at on YouTube and Instagram. I have your links down below in the description. Yeah.
So pretty much my main channel is my YouTube channel. That's Philly Phlipper. That's where you're going to find me. I'm pretty much has something happening every single day on that channel. Whether I'm live 4 times a week, I try to get videos on the days when I'm not going live. My videos are pretty much just you going yard selling with me. I have like a GoPro where you can see what I'm buying, kind of like what part-time flippers does, or like Lonnie does, just going to yard sales and buying stuff. I try to do a what sold video every single week. If it's not a what sold video, it's like a weekend sales video. I get those released, and then I throw in like little thrift store shopping here and there. When I start getting into storage units again and buying them more frequently, there's gonna be a lot more storage unit content on my channel as well, and stuff like that. Then on my Instagram is just pretty much my daily life. I post stuff from cool sales that I make, bolos that I find, stuff that I find in thrift stores, yard sales, stuff like that. And then if you want to actually contact me to collab with me, or that you have any questions, my Instagram DMs are always open, and I try to help you in any way I can. And if there's an answer I don't know, I try to direct you to somebody that does know the answer. That's what it's there for.
Okay, awesome. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat. We have Donna Diamonds is here. Says,
Donna's
hey,
Diamonds. Hey, Donna.
And I wanted to say hey to Vintage Vagabond Vins. I wanted to say hey to Ella, Save Here First. Girl Hustle stopped by. I wanted to say hey to Girl Hustle. Jersey Gypsy Corner Store is in the chat. The Flippin' Sports Guy. I wanted to say hey to Jen's Closet Gems, Kelly Reseller Louise, Philly Phlipper is here in the chat hanging out with us today, and the Cap Guy. And I wanted to say hey to Passports and Pizza Pies and anybody else in the chat I missed today. So, Paul, go ahead and give me your final thoughts, man, and we'll let you go, man. I know you got stuff going on today, and I'm going to try to hit up 2 or 3 thrift stores before they all close.
There you go. Get that money, man. This is my final thoughts, man. Get up, get the money. Get off your butt. Go source and come back and list. As Drew says, let's list, baby, right? Joe and Drew say, let's list. It's pretty crazy that how easy this concept is, right? You go buy something, you come home, you list it, it sells. You pack it, you ship it, and you make money, guys. It's not rocket science. That's why I love doing what I do. It's freeing, gives me a lot more free time. I could take a break anytime I want. I could put my store on vacation mode and go take a trip. But to get to this level, you have to be committed. You have to list. You have to sell. You have to socialize. You have to send offers. You have to do all that kind of stuff, and then collect the money. It's just simple as that.
Yeah, it'll happen. It's just, what is it? Go sourcing, list, ship, repeat, right?
Yeah.
Donna says, listen my butt off today so I can go and buy more. Yeah, I know.
Donna.
I know
Donna
what that's
knows.
like when you have a whole pile of merchandise and then you haven't got it all listed. So you got to go out and get it listed. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today.
Sometimes during my lives, Donna lists like 90 to 100 items. Donna doesn't mess around in listing. She knows what she's doing.
Oh, well, that's awesome. So, anyways,
Yeah,
I have the links down below to Paul's channel for Philly Phlipper, so you can go by and check his channel on YouTube and Instagram. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm trying to remember who I have. Julian will be on tomorrow.
Yeah, Julian.
Bearded Thrift Machine. So come by and hang out with Julian and pick his brain and pick on him. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
What time is that? Is that 4?
Tomorrow, 4:00 Eastern. So.
Okay.
If you guys have some free time, you can come by and hang out. It's funny because, like I said, Julian's growing, man. It was right around December, Christmas last year. I had him on last, and I was like, dude, you're at like 900 subscribers. You're going to hit 1,000 by Christmas, and he just blew up. He's at like 3,000 subscribers now.
Yeah.
So
well deserved too. Julian has a great channel.
Yeah, he's been hustling. So I will see you guys tomorrow, 4:00 with Bearded Thrift Machine. You guys have a great day. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.